Hey, Ricky, everybody. Yeah, sure, dude. I'm going to be doing a tier list today, maybe one or two. I tried to mess around just now with my audio, see if I could figure out why on earth it was duplicating the blurp sound. But I can see which sources are playing, but I don't know why one's double and the other one's not. Can't honestly. For some reason, I'm terrible when it comes to audio. I just can't get my head around why one soundtrack's playing it twice. It's got to be due to the main output. I think the YouTube audio track is the same as my alert track, and I can't figure out how to separate it when I already have so many other audio tracks already being used. I'm scared to touch it because I know if I do and mess around with some other audio tracks, it's going to break the rest of them. Am I using SteelSeries Sonar? What? No, I'm using Voice Meter Potato, which is fucking awful. Yeah, it does the double thing. Try something real quick.
You need something demo. Right, we'll get there. We are now able to intercept and decode German radio transmissions. AV-8 flamethrower tanks are now available to burn the Germans back to Berlin. You need something built?
something demolished? Engineer standing by.
There you go. I think I made that look pretty decent. Yeah, it's not too bad on the vertical format. Just did a little bit of messing around to see if I can make the vertical format look a little bit cleaner.
You need something built?
Right, just gonna pop to the toilet, guys, and then we'll start. Sorry, just messing around with some things here. Always trying to improve the quality of the streams and stuff. Be back in a minute. Hello, comrades. How are we doing today? My God, what the fuck is this music I'm listening to? Holy shit. It's pizza time. Right then. It works. All right. Let's see if we go live over here now. Switch this scene over. It's for some reason my OBS is not working on my stream deck lately since I switched over. But how are you all doing, guys? What's up, guys? What a crazy song this is we're listening to right now. This is not a part of my playlist. This just randomly came on, but it was pretty good for the most part of that song. Oh, is it still going? How long is this song? That's pretty much over. That was called It's Pizza Time. All right then, lads. I think we got everything working everywhere. Right, so today, guys, I have with me a tier list that I have made. Can we all see this? I've made a tier. You know, I never made a Soviet tier list for Company Heroes 2. I made an Austria one, but I never made made this one actually. So give me a second. I just make sure I've got everything working on my end. I think I do. Right? Yeah, everything's working over there. Hey, Fanatic, what was the most kills I got in a KV8 recently? I think it was 67 or something I got in the end. Right, so we're going to try and maybe go through this tier list if possible. See what we all think about where certain things should be going here. But do we do the tier list straight away, or should we wait? Maybe get a game of Company Heroes 2 underway, because I feel like you guys probably want to match first. So let me launch some co, and then we'll maybe get into this tier list later. I've also got a tier list here for the infantry squads and stuff. So it's up to you if you guys wanted me to do two tier lists today. But I thought, you know, probably time I eventually do one.
Sega.
I'm just launching the game up. Where's this playlist, man? Right, if you guys want to join me, chat room, CoH2 looking for group, and I'll send you an invitation. Is that working for me today? It seems to be. Say something there so I know you're wanting an invite. First come, first served. We'll probably get a game done first, then I'll do the tier list afterwards. Should we keep trying to go with the KVA again today? Should this be day 3 of trying to get a veterancy 300 kill KVA? You give it another go. What's going on here? Oh, is my TikTok chat not working? Maybe my TikTok chat might not be working today. Right, Genesis is there. There we go. Invite for Genesis, and then we've got a team ready to go. Someone's missed me. Yeah, Genesis is in here. Right, okay, we all good? Let's go. Oh, it's the I can't remember. I think do I put this on top of it? I think I put this on top. Yeah. There we go. Discord. We could get on Discord. Yep, give me a second. Testing. Hopefully, I haven't tested to see if the Discord audio works today. It might have broken. Oh, let's get this light on as well. So what have I done today? I've set up some tier lists for us to do today. Mess around with making a vertical stream on YouTube looking a little bit nicer. Probably, yeah, what I'll do is I'll do the same thing on TikTok as well. Is this a Company Heroes 2 mod? No, we're just playing CoH2 normally. No mods. Will I build a fireplace? Probably not. Random question. I've got a heater. Vive will ask the questions here. Where's that from? I am Oh, it's from Allo Allo, yeah. Yeah, I know of the show. Yeah, I just remember trying to remember, rack my brain where that line was from. Right, let's see if I'll pop that one over there. Hang on. Working fine. Over a bit. There we go. That's good. Right. Good evening, guys.
Hello.
Hello.
Good evening.
Discord audio good? Alright, that's good to hear. Thanks, man. Alright, we're searching for a match, guys. Did I ever mess? Yeah, I played it. Yeah, we've done a few mods in my time. That's a bit small. It will actually fit me. It's because I've got my headset on top of it. If I took the headset off, it would be nice. It would fit me just fine. But I've got to put the headset over so I can actually hear what's going on. So there you go. Do I speak Russian? Da, comrade. Привет.
I can start speaking Slovak and it's going to sound like a Russian. You know, in my country, we are still Slavs, so...
Right.
Don't peachy, someone is asking to say so.
Yeah, I see it on the stream.
Alright, here we go. Alright, let's see if the... Alright, CoH2 scene. I'm switching over to the CoH2 scene. It should look pretty nice once the gameplay starts, hopefully. Double YouTube streams, yes, because there's better discoverability on the vertical format. I don't know. Yeah, I need to try and figure out how to make a pin message to say, you know, if you're watching on the vertical, you can go watch it horizontally. I'm not sure how to make a pin message. If I do that, can I pin that comment? Pin message. There we go. I've done it. Nice. Sweet. In vertical, you can hear music.
Unit, move. If you need it.
You're supposed to be able to hear music in vertical. You can't hear the music in landscape, right? All right, and then don't forget to change the mainstream FPS.
We have more conscripts at our disposal.
We are playing against very bad players, so even if we would make an army of engineers, we still probably would be able to beat them.
Was that Japanese? Yeah.
There are no cowards here. Protection is
There are Japanese
always
players.
welcome. Engineers on the way.
No, there is one Russian, two Germans, and one Argentinian.
I thought I heard Japanese players wrong.
You need something? Go. Moving to secure it. We will occupy the territory.
Over.
Okay, W guy is going panzer
On our
on
way.
outside.
We will have it up. Let's just hope it stays up. Oh, return fire! Quickly!
Penal troops are standing by.
We are displacing! Holding here! Comrade Stalin is counting on us! Please run for it!
We're going.
We are moving.
What do you need? On the move, penal squad.
Red Arm, on the march.
You need a suicide rifle.
Rifleman ready. Enter the building.
We will secure it. You must
The
go.
ones cobblestone bangers on our side.
Waiting for your command. We will get there.
Pinos, for now we must continue on.
Moving to location. Enemy fleet moving!
We are on the way.
Ready and willing.
This scum, you have your destination.
Relocating.
Penal squad ready to be used.
What? Kill the fascists!
My gun is down.
Halt! Safety is on! We're taking fire!
Stand there. Secure that sector. Get out of here. Real soldiers. When they here.
Waiting for proof!
Let's take it.
This land belongs to the people!
Damn it! Where are the
Get
others?
those trucks filled!
You need a suicide.
This is MG. Yeah, there it is.
He is firing on us. Penal squad ready to be used.
You flank it.
They are not
I'm
really.
already on my way.
We have finished!
Them ready for it.
They will have to drag us!
You want it.
Asshole!
Moving out.
On the way! This is the roughly ours now!
We'll get there.
Go, go, go!
To make sure the music shouldn't be playing through the. I mean, I don't really care about the vertical stream. If it plays through vertical, but I do. It's not playing on the normal horizontal, right, guys? The music. Let me know if it is.
You will take that territory.
Sniper has been good on the right side. Not on the counter side.
No music. All right, cheers, lads.
Comrades, we have now installed a field hospital at headquarters. Engineer, don't make me say it twice. We're done here. Surprise the enemy. Plant some mines.
I will engage targets of opportunity.
We have taken it.
Waiting for your command!
I'll not push my sniper. Oh, bro, Genesis.
She has my range.
Yeah, sorry, I was micromanaging my Pinos on the right side.
Engineers ready for assignment. Right, we'll get there. Strafbat needs orders. As you
Hey, Clinker, thank you very much, dude, for 2 months.
Yes?
The enemy has taken our
Appreciate the
supply
support, mate.
Let the NKVD worry about prisoners.
We are now. The sector has been cut off. We will have it up. A Commissar is prepared to join our forces to help inspire our men. Political officers are ready to deploy, Comrade Commander.
Pino squad. Moving. Get to work, men. Let's get going. Now we can use for these scum. Riflemen ready. Forward. March. What do you need? You must go. Heavy vehicle production. Need something built? Destination flamethrower is ready.
We have built a dock at your head.
You need some. Go. Contact with the enemy.
Command squad on the field.
Over there. Da. Going to battle. Death on the move. Leaving.
Men, on me. Engineer standing by. Yes, comrade.
Alright, let's get the sniper. Shipping away some units here.
Here we go. You need something built?
If that is what you want.
We have been assigned fresh panzer grenadiers.
All pounds of grenades out.
Need something. Do you have a use for these scum?
We may now
How am I doing? I'm alright, thanks for asking.
to protect our territory.
Engineers.
Attacking into hostile territory.
Pinos. Engineer standing by.
Cover down.
Now.
Engineers moving. This is not a holiday.
Going to location.
Half-track has arrived.
You need something. Get to work, men. Get moving. Don't delay.
I am going.
We must move. Move your force.
How can I help?
Got disconnected last night during playing Hades 2. Yeah, you were spoiling quite a lot of it, Ali. You gotta be. I appreciate you getting involved in the streams and stuff, but you were like you couldn't help yourself with leaving spoilers and stuff in the when I was playing. So please don't do that in future, because I'm trying to enjoy the experience.
All right, men. Move your lazy asses.
Combat, sniper.
There's a lot of units coming my way.
We are away. Take it. Go, go.
I am needed
Round and move.
I am going.
To the line to enemy fire. That isn't order. Move. No. Here, move out. Moving.
Acknowledged.
Yeah, watching in landscape is definitely better than watching vertical for an RTS game for sure. But I've tried to update it so on vertical so it looks a bit better.
Ready.
Let's get going.
Da.
Engage outside. Move out. Get moving.
Moving into combat.
Engineer squad. We are on our way. Get out of here.
Sniper moving right over. Death on the move.
Pick up the pace.
This is a pretty easy game. This.
Capture it.
Awaiting order.
Executing move orders. Keep moving. No.
The enemy still has 300 points.
Its own reward. Move. Keep shooting. Contact. What do you... Fire that mortar.
I am needed elsewhere.
Move. Take you. Forces.
Oh, that was easy. Let's see here. There we go. Some match stats.
Oh, my game crashed.
Right. When do you guys want me to do the commander tier list for Soviets, guys? Should we do one more game before we do it? My screen is banana shaped. What? The bin message does show up, but the link is not clickable. Great. Right, let's try and see if I can turn off the mute. Hang on. So if I go to advanced audio properties. Yeah, I'm not sure why you guys can hear the music on the vertical format. You shouldn't be able to. No. The only place you should be able to hear the music, guys, is Twitch.
Can you invite
So
me
it's
again? I crashed.
Yeah, we're waiting for you to restart.
Yeah, I'm in.
Where's something different that changes with settings? Yeah, use audio track 1. Audio track 2. I do that. Right, it should have stopped now, hopefully. Just make sure that's the case. Yeah, should be back now. Nope, it's still playing. Oh, dude, I just thought I fixed it. Maybe it needs to... I'll look into it next time. I don't know why it's being like that. There's my drink. Get some more water here. Yeah, YouTube doesn't like these copyright music, so yeah, I'm just trying to figure out why it would be playing that music now. Because I have been playing music recently with doing my vertical streams, and it's still coming through, so I don't know why. Yeah. Use main OBS settings. I'm not sure. They've got systems in place, Ali, that flags music that plays, and they can find out because of that.
You can invite me again.
Yeah. There you go. Just thinking, well, what's this button here? Track is on. Record vertical. Yeah, I've got the audio track for YouTube Music to be it's unticked, so it shouldn't be playing it. So I'm generally confused why it's... Ugh, I'll have to look into it later on. Alright, never mind. Sorry, chat. I'm kind of really distracted at the moment. I'm trying new things, trying to make sure. You know, I've recently started doing vertical stream on YouTube, and it's not simple. Unfortunately, it's a bit annoying, and especially when it comes to audio. The more things I try and incorporate into my stream, just trying to reach out to reach some more people, new potential people that might want to check out the content, the more issues that I seem to run into. So I do apologize. It's kind of taken away from the stream. But I'm trying to do it to improve, you know, improve the outreach and stuff. I'll look into it later. I'll just make sure to turn the music off maybe later on. Yeah, copyright sucks, man. It'd be nice if you could just play whatever music you liked. Just play it like even, you know, I'd be willing to pay like a streamer license, like a year or something, so I can play whatever music I like. But there hasn't been anything like that that incorporates all music. I want to try Soviet power. What? You trying to say parachutist? Well, isn't that bad. Also, for some reason, my TikTok, if anyone's like commenting to me on TikTok, Axel chat is broken, and it's saying to me over here that it's stuck trying to connect to it. So I don't know what to do there. I'll turn it on and off. Maybe that might fix it. So apologies if you try to respond to me on TikTok, guys, and I don't talk to you. It's not someone ignoring you. It's because it's not working properly. So I do apologize. I think I see someone called Harlow. How you doing, Harlow? Don't know in English, infantry. Yeah. So you got paratroopers. That's the type of soldier that would parachute into combat. A parachute is the contraption they use to land safely after diving out of a plane. A parachutist does not necessarily mean a paratrooper like a soldier. It could be anyone that dives out of a plane that uses a parachute. You don't know a Bad Apple, Ali? This is Bad Apple. This is a classic song. Yeah, I went through and did all the commanders with text earlier today. Yeah, we're looking for players right now. It's just taking a few minutes, guys. I should put this scene on here so you can see it searching. Yeah, I don't know why my stream deck is, because I have to. Previously, I was using Stream Elements, sorry, OBS, and now I'm just using normal OBS. And now my stream deck doesn't want to work with any of my scene change buttons for some reason. It's just stuck broken trying to find the... it says waiting for OBS, but it's just giving me error messages on it, which is really annoying. So I need to figure out why that's not working as well. But for some reason, when I tried to add the vertical format onto Stream Elements OBS, it didn't work. It worked on the normal one. So many goddamn issues. It's not easy being a streamer, I tell you that, guys. It is very complicated, and half the time things break. I'm new in CoH2. Hello, is it better to play first 1v1s for train when you want to play 4v4s, or is it first play 4v4? StreamElements has it built in without any plugins. Well, I tried to look for it. I literally looked for the plugin, but I couldn't see it anywhere. When I looked at it earlier. But Robin, I would say, first of all, if you haven't done so already, play the campaign, complete the campaign, get familiar with all the units. I think 1v1 will be a true sense of skill more than 4v4. Because 1v1, you'll all be, it's all on you. You need to make sure that you've got the right counters, the timings of building certain units and stuff. However, when you get to the bigger games, there's a lot more units, and potentially you've got a chance of you getting double teamed and things like that. So you need to know when to take an engagement and when to back away. Games last longer generally. You'll have bigger games, and you'll need to make sure you're taking out artillery. You're working. You've got good coordination with your teammates. Someone on your team's got recon. Someone else has got an off-map artillery strike, so you can take out any artillery that's on the map. Things like that. Hey Jack, is this my career? Yes, I stream full time. Yeah.
Games can also take way shorter than E1v1s.
You can. I mean, yeah, true. But generally, you will find that 44 games will go on for longer than 1v1 games.
Also, are you sure about campaign advice? I mean, if you would boot up campaign right now, I was actually booting it up I don't know, a couple months ago. The units behave completely differently than you actually have in multiplayer because they
are
mechanics.
That's true. Yeah, I would still say it's still a good basis for trying to get learning the core mechanics. And the game introduces you to a few units at a time, so you're not immediately overwhelmed. If you jump in a Company Heroes 2 and you play a 4v4 match the first time, there's so many different commanders, so many different units to deal with, you get overwhelmed. So I'd say playing the campaign first, even though it's not the same as is multiplayer in terms of units with different abilities and stuff. I think it's still a good basis to start with.
In my opinion, I think the better option instead of campaign would be just boot up automage against AI. That's also option for that in the game.
You could do that 1v1, but AI is generally not that great. You also want a good story. The campaign gives you a pretty good story to start with.
Engineers, STATCOM engineers, we have an area to secure.
I'm on Twitch, YouTube, and TikTok. If I assume correctly, Befirion has a technical support and knows his way around. Have you tried giving him remote access? Befirion has helped me a lot with a lot of technical issues. Yes, as he says, he's not that knowledgeable, I guess, about streaming. And honestly, I think most people have an absolute nightmare when it comes to getting their audio to work. I get a early sniper here to try and win the...
Engineers, secure the area with barbed wire. Red Army, here we go. It's done. We will secure it. Move. Engineers, barricade with barbed wire. You need engineers? We're not sticking around here.
Sniper has arrived.
Far enough, men. Engineer squad, he's done!
jump in, see SMG in the back.
I am need reload. Move orders received.
Flare is going up.
There are 2 MGs.
Right away.
Okay, I'm getting mortar though.
Yeah, I saw that.
Leave it.
Stams are flanking around the side. I'll fight shooting with the sniper.
If you have munition, just fire once, and then just try to flank it.
Penal troops are standing by.
Focus the Stams. Should be a wipe. Nice.
Engineers moving.
Await position acknowledged.
For now, we must continue.
Good flare.
Over there.
2 MGs.
I have taken out.
Smoke this MG so I can push in a second.
3 MGs.
Thank you, going. Push up your Maxim as well. Good smoke. I'm gonna better get right up in his grill here. I think he's gonna unpack.
If you don't move,
Strafback needs orders.
your order. We are moving.
Smoke back.
Destination understood. I am going.
Replenished.
We are now able
Watch
to
out, be
intercept
careful in
the
case he makes a
German
counter sniper,
radio
right?
transmissions. We now have access to KV-8 flamethrower.
Try and see if you can steal that machine. Oh, he's just grabbed that
Commissar
shit.
is prepared to join our forces to help inspire our men.
I am needed elsewhere. Going to location. I will engage target from opportunity.
Waiting for your command. Engineers forward. March.
Reinforcement.
Yes, comrade. You have your destination. I have the men ready. Strapniki. On the move, heroes.
How can I help? I am going.
Panzer Grenadiers standing by.
Use your mortar here with the flare, if you want.
Yeah.
I am needed elsewhere.
I'll smoke this one. Right?
Time to work, comrades.
I'll try and help top.
Not. We will get there.
Put mines and stuff down for the moment.
Moving out.
Yeah. Shout if you need help. I'm gonna go top to help him out.
Want a sniper? Tapping into hostile territory.
Rifleman ready.
If you got lots of machine guns, smoke forward so we can get.
Sniper moving right away.
And smoking again.
A commissar has joined our ranks.
Careful here.
We may now employ squad
Using a squad style.
to protect our territory.
Awaiting
He's got an MG bunker there.
Soldiers ready.
Also bunker though.
I'll flank it in a minute and take it out. Right, he's just made a sniper. It's over here. He's going to make it to try and counter me here. If you've got excess resources, guys, try and cache the points for fuel. I see we already got one down. Good job, but let's get some more. This guy's gone mechanized, so expect a Stuka soon. And Genesis, I'll let you know when the Stuka's out, but a lot of your units are in a nice line for a Stuka, so try and spread them out a bit.
Securing territory.
Use a player here, please.
Half track has arrived.
Right, Stuka's out, Stuka's out. And it's on our side, so he's going to Stuka you, Genesis. So I've warned you, make sure to reposition and spread your units out.
For now, we must continue.
The machine and gewehr team is awaiting orders.
It's nothing to hope. We got Cuba over here.
We will.
Soviet. Comrade, seeking the enemy in their
Infantry is spotted. This is not a holiday. That's how we do it. He died for the good of the Soviet Union.
He's dropping maybe a flare up.
Don't stand
I'm
there.
dropping the phone up. But also, by the way, he got Cuba over here.
Orders, comrade. We have been honored for
He's
That-
got
also, I need to
cubes.
find- There's Goliath.
You need engineers.
Oh, Cubal. Oh, Goliath. Okay, yeah, thank you, yeah. Right, reposition your MG right now. He's seen it. He's going to bombard it. Reposition quick. And your mortar.
One smoking here.
on the move.
Goliath over there.
Head out. Keep moving. Contact. Enemy machine gun.
Keep an eye on that Stuka. He's waiting for it to good target to stop before shooting. I'm saving up for a KVA. It'll be a while, though. It's right there.
Listen. All right, men. Forward. You must go now.
You want me? Leaving.
We have found the enemy. Ready. Get moving. Don't get lost.
Moving now.
Move out, man. Will this day never end? I have the break.
On the move. Down hunting.
Stuka firing.
Over there.
Fall back. Let's get going, comrade.
Where's the sniper at? We seen it?
I am going.
I'm clearing up.
You want me? I am going.
Pick up the pace, you dog.
We need, yeah, there's his, Goliath.
Sector under attack.
Nice.
Pioneers ready for assignment.
I'll try and do, a forced retreat here. There's a sniper there. I see it. It's in the back on Hellfire.
Fire on this position.
Ooh, nice mortar round. Right on his head.
Get it done.
Sorry. I know that was stupid. I got his sniper though.
Stop. 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 Sorry. Stop.
Yeah.
There.
Engineer squad on the move.
The pack gun is ready for orders.
Pack gun out. Raketenwerfer.
Need a suicide squad?
The enemy is taking what we have secured. Engineers ready for assignment.
I have the men ready. Forward! Move up. We have light on the move, Hero Squad. What are you waiting for?
Panzer IV is ready for battle.
Panzer IV is out.
Strafnik, shoot them, or I will shoot you! Strafniki, go! We wait. We're done here! Strafmans, advance! Right, enemy
We
spotted!
have a new
fire.
Yeah.
Second Panzer IV out.
I'll smoke them.
What? There's one shot on that. Oh, he killed himself. Oh, shit, Stuka.
I'll get 80 for mid.
Yeah, I haven't got very much AT at the moment.
P4 here. You hit my mine.
Popping healing here if you need it. G wiped.
And you got on
Have a use for this. We're going. Halt, comrades. Get moving. Have a use for this. Go.
Soon KVA. One more fuel. Right, building it now.
Going to location.
MG-42 team is ready for action.
Hunting. Over there.
Pick up the pace, you dogs! The machine and gewehr team is awaiting orders. Yes? Forward. I have the mill ready. Keep moving! No orders! Incoming! Get moving! Replacements have arrived. Enemy forces are neutralizing a sector. You must go.
Make sure your AT gun's up and facing the right way. Right, KVA's on the field.
The enemy has taken our supply sector.
That is where
Careful with the sniper, the others are close.
Going backing away.
enemy infantry firing on me.
We've had a field promotion. We are on our way. Move now. Engineers moving. Infantry shooting hell. On it. If you don't move, get out of here. Taking on fire.
Shoot them down.
Sticker again. Oh,
The sector is at risk.
burning his AT gun.
We have a fresh grenadier squad.
I'm gonna take a any tank gun. I need one.
The enemy has
Oh, I might be
silenced
able to
one of our
there.
tank guns.
Blow it up. I won't be able to recover it.
Heavy cavalry. New
Running
anti-tank
a
gun
cactus
has
over there.
arrived. Get moving. Yes? You need something built?
What's that decrewed over here? There's a Ziz gun decrewed here. Make sure to recrew it and repair it.
Has arrived. I have the mill
have so many fuel cases on top of Hamburg?
Not all of them.
Heavy tank on the move.
Going where I am needed.
Engineer, we need to
Sure to keep putting mines over. If you got munitions, get some mines in the flanks and stuff.
Let's
I actually don't.
We are away.
push. I'm doing chat now.
Rocket
Good
launcher
Katusha
on the
target there. He's pushing up with cloaked units here. Stick of firing. Zalta, have you got a tank at all? Stuka's just sat there, in a vulnerable spot.
Tech gun is ready for orders. New anti-tank gun has arrived.
Serving up for an SU-85 next.
Panzer IV is ready for battle. Heavy cavalry standing by.
Small.
We have our range. We are on the move.
Where's that Ziz gun in mid?
That way, driver.
On our way.
Getting ready to shoot.
This house is very low. Get out of it. Or crush yourself and lose the whole unit. Nice job. Good micro there, buddy. I saw that coming.
Under attack. Unit, traffic. Here we go.
Yes, displacing.
Move up with your Ziz gun here. I'm going to push.
We have a fresh half-track at our disposal. Su-85 tank destroyer ready.
You're just going to kill the bunker.
Got it.
Nice. Burn, baby, burn.
Soviet artillery is reloaded and awaiting a target.
These 17 kills there.
We have made Comrade Stalin proud.
Nice. Alright, lads, it's time to do the Soviet tier list. Commander tier list, okay? We're going to do that now. So I'm gonna leave the Discord chat, and then once we've done it, I might play another game or two after. We'll see, but I will. I've been meaning to do this for a while now, so I'm gonna get on with that now. Thanks for the matches, guys. I'll see you in a bit.
Yeah, man.
Bye bye.
Right then, lads. It is time. All right, lads, here we go. Soviet tier list time. What do we reckon, lads? What do we reckon? What have I done there? I missed up the CoH2 scene now. Okay. Right. First up, we have Airborne. Okay, let me just... get my commander list up. Well, what have we got first up? We'll just go through the list in order of the thing here. So first up, right, let me just do a little intro for this. Turn the music off as well. Okay, let's have a look. Let's have a look. Make sure I've got everything in the background closed off here. So presentation mode. And if I press F11, I'm going to need to swap back and forth from Co to this. Okay. Right, so first up we have Advanced War. Okay, so blah, 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 blah. Hey, Rekka, we're doing a Soviet tier list first now. Hey guys, it's HelpingHans here, and it's been a while since I've done another See, this is why I shouldn't do things live and should do them recorded, because I can't speak normally. Move my face cam? Where shall I move my face cam, actually, before we start? Where am I putting it? Hang on. What does it look like right now? Okay, yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah. Okay. Am I in the way? My face cams are actually all right for the stream. Maybe on TikTok isn't great. Maybe for the TikTok, maybe. I want to see it on the TikTok. That's the only issue. I think everything else is fine. All right, let's try this again, shall we? When you're on the list, it covers. When I'm here, it's covering. It will cover. Where else can I put myself? I can't put myself anywhere else. I think it's fine. Top right, have me float. It's okay. I don't think it's a big issue. Right, it's not a big issue, right? Anything, the chat is maybe in the way. Let me maybe move the chat actually slightly out of the way. Right, I'll pop the chat maybe over here for the moment. Right, and we'll move it later on. Delete my cam. No, we're not deleting my camera, comrades. We're not deleting cam. Right. Okay. Everybody ready? Hey guys, it's HelpingHans here. Going to be doing a Soviet commander tier list. I haven't done one of these before. I did do an Austere tier list years ago, but I fancied doing a commander tier list for Soviets. And if this is also popular, I'll probably do one for OKW, Americans and Brits. Let's get straight into it then. So we're going to be rating these commanders based on how effective they are, not just in 1v1, but all the way up to 4v4 as well. So we need to be thinking at a commander and giving a fair evaluation of how it performs across all kind of game modes, and that'll be taken into consideration for where I'm placing it in this tier list. Right. So first up, we have Advanced Warfare Tactics over here. Now, what do we think, guys? Advanced Warfare Tactics. Do we like this? Any suggestions where this is going to go? So we've got radio intercept. Radio intercept is a great ability in my opinion. It's a great for 1v1 all the way up to 4v4. I think it's one of the best abilities in the game actually because it lets you know exactly when your opponent's building certain units, when they've teched up and stuff. It's kind of almost like you've got hacks in the game kind of thing. So I really like that. T-3485s are really good as well later on. Conscripts assault package. I guess you could go, you can go conscripts into PPSHs. That's okay, but it's not one of the best abilities. Conscripts with repair kit though. So if you're going for a conscript build, the PPSH package with the conscript repair kit kind of falls hand in hand there, which is kind of nice. Also, it says penal battalions can repair as well, so you can do it with penals. And then later on, you get the IL-2 Sturmovik attacks. The Sturmovik will loiter over the battlefield, strafing targets of opportunity with its powerful 23mm cannons. So overall, I would say this is a pretty decent commander. Is it... it has no recon, but radio intercept kind of gives you that intelligence anyway, which is quite good. It has an off-map loiter, which can be kind of good. It's not the best loiter, I don't think, but it's okay. So I'm thinking, for me, I'd probably put it... and then late, yeah, it hasn't got any really good late game... T-3085s are very good, but like, we're talking about things like ISU 152s, which are really good. Things like that. It hasn't got any of that. So I'm probably going to place this probably in like something like A or B tier. No elite infantry either. So yeah, I think I'm going to probably pop it on a B tier for advanced warfare at the moment, and we'll see if we want to change that later on. Next up, we have the airborne troop tactics. So this allows you to drop a weapon crate, and infantry that grab this get SVT rifles. Penal squads will see PPSH machine guns. That's pretty decent. Dishka's very nice. The airborne rally points as well, so you can reinforce from the front line, which is very good. The airborne guards are okay as well. I believe they come with machine guns and stuff. And then you've got the anti-tank rocket run, which is similar to like the P-47 like strafe that comes in as well, which is very nice. But overall, again, I'd say it's kind of a mid-tier commander. It's okay. Nothing crazy going on with it. It's pretty decent. You can use it in 1v1s all the way up to 4v4. But no real recon there. No good off-map. No kind of cooling tanks. I'll probably put this, probably also maybe something like a B tier as well, I would say. Right, then we're on to anti-infantry tactics. This is the guy with the smoking the cigar. So this is KV-8. KV-8 is a great unit. I think it works all game modes. It destroys infantry. It's one of the most expensive vehicles for fuel, 145 fuel. Advanced fortifications. Oh, actually, one other thing with the KV-8 is you don't have to wait for command points to unlock it. Once you've built tier 4, you just need the fuel and you can get it straight away, which is another big bonus for that. Advanced fortifications, vehicle blocking tank traps, bunkers, and the anti-personnel mines. They're pretty good, if I remember right, those personnel mines. And that all could be constructed by engineers. That's okay as an ability. It's pretty decent. You can kind of like lock the map down with that, potentially. Assault guards. They get a assortment of Lend-Lease weaponry. I haven't used this commander in years, to be honest. But correct me if I'm wrong. I'm thinking these guys can get bazookas, right? I'm liking their bazookas and stuff. I think they can get. Yeah, I think they can get Thompsons and bazookas if I remember right, which makes them pretty good for infantry. Fear propaganda. That's a very good ability, I believe. Being able to drop that down to force the retreat of a machine gun or something is a very nice ability for sure. And then the incendiary artillery barrage again. Another area denial ability. You kind of got two aerial denial abilities. The propaganda kind of forces retreat, and the incendiary makes units not want to push into the area, and it hurts the units. Kind of the same kind of ability. It's obviously not really, but it does this. It has the same kind of role in being like an area of denial. So that will probably bring it down for me. Incendiary artillery is okay. I would probably prefer like a nice bombing run to take out like an artillery piece. That brings it down for me, but I feel like overall it's probably something like an A tier, I would say. It's very heavy on munitions, but I would give it an A tier for that. The KV-8 as well. Next up, we have Armoured Assault. Here we go. Armoured Assault Tactics. Again, radio intercept, so that's great. You've got the T-3485s, and also you've got the IS-2 in here. So, for me, it feels a bit weird to have 85s and an IS-2. You kind of go for one or the other, you know, because both of them quite a fuel investment. If I'm going to go for an IS-2, I'd probably go for that along with T-3476s, which are cheaper and more, you know, you can kind of do a bit more with those and kind of like throw them away to get decent trades. So I don't like the fact that you have 85s with an IS-2. It doesn't really make too much sense here. Vehicle crew repair training, great to keep your armor repaired. Then they got the Sturmovik attacks as well. Overall, I'm not. And when it comes to the IS-2 itself, I think it's probably the worst heavy tank in the game, in my opinion. It seems to miss so much against infantry. It only starts to perform decently once it's got a couple of stripes of veterancy, and get it to veterancy 2 and above is quite challenging in itself. So I'd probably bring it down. Am I reading chat? I am reading chat. But yeah, I don't like the IS-2 personally. I'm gonna pop this. This is probably not my. I'd probably pop this down to something like a B tier. It does have the radio intercept, which is pretty good. But yeah, it's kind of a B tier commander in my opinion. Right, then we have conscript support tactics. Right, where do we want to put conscript support tactics? Right, KV-1s, they're okay, but you know, they once like Panthers start rolling onto the field, they become kind of useless. They might have that early shock factor, but into the late game they kind of really struggle. They're slow as well, so I'm not a massive fan of KV-1. Unlike KV-8, where KV-8 is very good at killing infantry, KV-1's kind of mediocre at killing vehicles and killing infantry, so it's not that great. Conscript's assaults packages are kind of mediocre as well. With the conscript repair kit mid as well. Rapid conscription. That's, I guess it's, you know, if you go for a lot of conscripts and you do a big assault, you can then get free conscripts out of that. It's still kind of a mid kind of ability. Again, it's costing you munitions. Then you do have the 152mm artillery strike. That is pretty good in my opinion. To take out, you know, pack 43s, any big artillery pieces on the field, that's just pretty good. So that kind of makes it somewhat decent, but overall, I think it's a pretty bad commander. So I'll probably pop it down. Is it terrible though? I think it's somewhere like a D tier. Maybe E. It's not great. I might put it in E actually. I don't really rate it, to be honest, that much. Yeah, we'll probably put it in. Yeah, I think it's not an F because it has the artillery, but the rest of the abilities not that great. Right, then we have counterattack tactics. This guy over here. So here we have again the KV-1, which is kind of mid. Shocks though, they're elite, very good anti-infantry. Then you've got recon overflight. That's really good to give yourself vision for your teammates. So great in team games. You know, I guess good in 1v1 as well to give yourself vision if you need it. But you know, this ability really excels in team games. And then you can, you know, you use that. It gives your teammates vision so they can drop their off map. So that's good. And also you can use it to spot for yourself or when you make a B4. So you can use that. So then, you know, the recon overflight to then give vision for your B4s to be able to bomb targets. So that's pretty good. For Mother Russia, that's a kind of a mid ability. It's okay. Infantry run up increased speed. I guess, you know, in conjunction with the shocks, that could be quite nice. Get the shocks to get forward a bit faster. The B4 itself, it now fires. It used to fire like one really nasty shot, but then they nerfed it to like fire 3 mediocre shots, I think, if I remember correctly. It's okay as an artillery piece goes. Can get squad wipes. I'd probably, but the KV-1's not that good overall. I'd definitely rate higher than the conscript support tactics. I'm thinking, for me personally, conscript counterattack tactics. The recon flight's good. I'm probably going to pop it on B tier. I think it's okay. Yeah, I think it's kind of a B tierish commander with the recon. I think it's okay. People saying maybe C. Why should it be C? Yeah, maybe C. Hasn't got any off-map artillery on it or call-in. Apart from the recon. The recon's good and the shocks are good. You know, I'm going to leave it where it is at the moment and maybe change it later on. Right, defensive tactics. This commander. Right, this commander is very good. And for all good team games, in my opinion. I rate this quite highly. Dish to call in, really good. Better version of a Maxim. The 120 hits super hard. Drops a deep flare, which is great for vision. The little anti-tank gun, that's pretty shit. But it's, you know, you can call it in on a pinch and you haven't got to build tier 2 to have a little anti-tank gun. So that's good. You can also swap it over to like HE rounds, so it's damaging a little bit against infantry. Advanced fortifications, vehicle, again, you get the tank traps, the bunkers, the mines, that's okay. And then later on, you get the anti-tank overwatch, so it's got a really good late game ability. That I think, you know, that you use a T-34, you ram it into like a high-valued Axis tank, like a Tiger, King Tiger, or an Elephant, or whatever have you, and with that in combination with the anti-tank Overwatch, generally gets you the wipe on that heavy vehicle potentially. So that's a very good ability. Yeah, and you got that really good early game potential with those call-ins. So I'd rate this pretty good. Is it S tier? It's bare minimum A tier. I don't know if it's S tier though. The anti-tank Overwatch is pretty good. Let's put it in S tier for now, since we haven't got one there yet, and then we'll again, you know, try and do a fair assessment overall. But I'm liking how good you've got the early game call-ins and stuff. Right, then we're on to guard motor coordination tactics. Now this one is in my loadout right now, and this is probably this is immediately S tier for me. This is a classic. Everybody. Like, yeah, guard motor has been around since the beginning, it feels like, and it is great all around. It is 100% S tier. T-34 85s, you know, great. So you've got a good solid late game tank to use there. Guards as well, good anti-infantry. They've got button. They can deal with light armor and can be handy later on against some medium tanks as well. The 120, again, as we discussed, great heavy-hitting mortar, deep flare as well for vision. Crude repairs, so you can keep your T-34s healthy. And then the marked vehicle as well. Amazing to pop onto a big Axis tank so that you can get in there and smash it down and kill it very quickly with those T-34 85s. Only thing it's really lacking is like an off-map strike. But, I mean, you've kind of the mortar there is pretty damn hard hitting, and with Soviets you have Katyushas anyway, so you don't really need super long range artillery. So you've kind of got your bases already kind of accounted for in that regard. So I think easily S tier for guard motor coordination tactics for me. Right, next up we've got guard rifle combined tactics. This lad over here. Once again we have the KV1, which is fairly mid. Guards are good. Advanced fortifications mid. The ML20, pretty decent. I'm not a fan of, like, in general, I'm not a fan of static artillery, especially in team games when it's very, you know, the high chances of somebody on the opposing team having some kind of off-map artillery, and then, you know, all you need is any OKW player to call in a infrared half-trick and do the recon run it has with that, you know, that kind of unit, and then they've got recon to then spot that artillery piece and then just drop artillery on it and take it out. You know, it's not, so therefore I don't really rate any kind of static artillery very highly. So I kind of think that's kind of mid. The strafing one is also pretty mid. So I think this is not a good commander overall. I would give it. It does have guards though, but in my eyes, I think it's probably something like a D tier. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that one, I'm afraid. So put that in D tier. Right. Then we have Lend-Lease. Right, Lend-Lease, you get Shermans, M4C Shermans. They're pretty decent. You got the Dishka again. You got assault guards, so then you've got yourself a maybe bazooka and an elite kind of squad potentially, or anti-infantry. The Ziz supply truck is okay, but what's the point in it really when you can just cash a point? The Constructs repair kit is also mid, but the Sherman that Sherman's pretty good. It's not a call-in, you have to build it as well. So I think it's kind of mid commander overall. It's, you know, no off-map strike or recon either. So I'd put Lend-Lease as fairly mid. Probably actually C tier for Lend-Lease, I think. I don't think this is as good as the other ones. It does feel like it's a bit of a C tier. Love my COVIDs. Thanks, dude. Cheers, buddy. Yeah. Yeah, the Shermans used to be fairly decent, but... C tier. Yeah, no off-map or anything like that. No recon either, so... Right, mechanized support. This guy. What do we think about mechanized support tactics? So we've got... Oh, yeah, Zizgun ambushing is very nice. I do like that. That's a pretty good ability. Guards again are good. Marked vehicle again coming in clutch. IL-2 strafing run. That's kind of mid. But then you've got the ISU 152. You won't really see this in 1v1 too much. This commander being picked... but in team games, oh yes, ISU 152 is one of the best vehicles in the game. It, you know, great HE rounds, and then you can switch over to armor piercing as well to kill other tanks. I'd probably put this up. Probably this is maybe an S tier. I would say this is a very good one. Has even an off-map strike, but it's not the best one, but it's something decent. Yeah, I'd probably put this as an S tier. Mechanized support goes up in S tier. It's got some really good things going for it. All right, and then we have NKVD rifle disruption tactics. I've been using this a lot recently, trying to do this 100 kill KV8 challenge. What do we think of this? I actually think this is pretty damn good commander. KV8, as we already suss, is one of the best tanks, I think. You know, anti-infantry, really good, durable as well. Radio intercept, great ability, especially in team games. Let your teammates know exactly when enemy units are coming onto the field, when and where from. Commissar Squad, a great unit. On-map healing, does propaganda war, has some other abilities as well to buff up your infantry troops. Probably one of the best elite infantry squads in the game, I would say. And you can obviously pick up weapons as well. So Commissar's pretty damn sweet. Scorched policy engineers can place traps on friendly points and prevents them from being captured. Desires resources. That's it's a pretty decent ability. It's not the best, but it's not bad, I guess. I don't really use it that much. Then we've got anti-tank Overwatch. Again, that, as we discussed previously, that's a great ability. Combined with T-34 a RAM, you can kill some big tanks. But yeah, I would say overall, this is probably A or S tier, I would say. Probably, why would we not put it in S tier? Hasn't got anything really, I don't know, is there, can anybody think reasons why we wouldn't put this S tier? I mean, the Commissar Squad hasn't got any anti-tank capability, which some of the other unit things, you know, like guards have anti-tank capability, but it's got such good utility with the healing. And for the propaganda war, I think that kind of overrides that or makes it as good. I think I'm going to put this S tier. Yeah, and you got SU-85s and Katyushas, yeah, I'm gonna put it S tier. I think it's good. Right, where was it? In KVD. Where is it? Oh my god, do I not have it? Oh! Where is it? Ruined. Where the hell is it? I thought I had it. Oh, god damn it. Oh, my god. Can I not add it back in? Right, quickly, take a print screen. We'll edit this out. And, oh, god, I've got to do some proper editing now later on. Hang on, lads. God damn it. Oh, I thought I put them all in. Can't see it anywhere. Right, bear with me a second, guys. How do I edit this? Edit. Did I not make it? It's over there. Did I not make him over here? Yeah. Oh dear. One second, guys. Where has it gone? Tier list over here. With text. There it is there. Right. Submit. Right. We're back. All right. Sorry, guys. We're back. We've got it good. There we go. I think I've got to move the text around a bit, but you get the gist. Okay, so NKVD rifle disruption tactics. So that was, yeah, we're going to put this in S tier. There we go. And NKVD rifle disruption tactics going into S tier. Right, next up we have the Parson tactics. F. I think this is terrible. This is one of the worst commanders in the game. Yeah, the only thing really going for it, like it's a one-trick pony. As soon as you use Parsons, your opponent knows what you're doing. They'll then look out for you and make sure they've got scouting units. It's got no real good late game potential. Just got marked vehicle target. The radio intercept is good, but it's pretty crap. I do not rate it. Parson troops are one of the worst units in the game. They haven't got any real durability. They cost a lot of munitions to upgrade as well. I guess the AT gun ambush tactics are okay, and marked vehicle and the radio intercept's nice, but it's pretty goddamn average. For me, the spy network, you get a reveal enemy units for a short time, but I don't know, man. It's F or E tier. I'm not a fan of Parson tactics at all, to be honest. We'll leave it in F tier, and we'll maybe see if there's anything worse than that. If there's anything worse than that, then we'll put this up to F and then put the thing that's worse than that into here. But I don't know. For me, it's just, it's got really not too much good potential there. Right, then we're on to shock motor. So here we have shocks, which are great. Armored vehicle detection, detect hostile vehicles with fog. Well, pretty okay. Kind of mid though. Conscript mid. Conscript repair kit is mid. R2 serving one's mid. The ISU is great. I would probably put this in A tier, not S tier. ISU is good. Shocks are good. Strafe run's okay. Yeah, ISU good. Yeah, I'd probably put this A tier. I think shock motor. Shock motor is A or B tier. I think. ISU is very good. Yeah, I think I'm going to put it there. I'll put it in A tier at the moment. Maybe change up. Right, then we've got shock rifle frontline tactics. This one over here. What do we think about this one, lads? So we got the KV-8. Great. We've got anti-tank ambush tactics. Great. Shocks. Great. Incendiary barrage. Great. IS-2. Mid. Don't see, if you got a KV-8 on the field, why would you really get an IS-2 to kill infantry? I'd probably go for a KV-8 and SU-85 rather than just going for a KV-8 and an IS-2. I think it's, I don't know. I feel like it's I want to say B tier. Because I'm not a fan of the IS-2 at all. It's pretty shit. Yeah. I'm going to put it in B tier. Shock rifle was B tier. Then we're on to Soviet combined arms. Right. Right. Genesis is saying S tier. Few of you guys saying S tier. Right. Anti-tank ambush. Sick. With guards. Nice. Recon overflight. Great. With the IL-2 bombing strike. Amazing. So you can then... You don't have to rely on anybody. If you've got enough munitions, you can recon overflight, then IL-2 bombing strike yourself. That is super good. Then you've got the howitzer. Again, I'm not a massive fan of them, but with the other abilities and stuff in the game, it's pretty damn good. So I think it's A or S tier. A recon overflight, being able to spot for yourself and drop the bomb is really nice. Very expensive munitions-wise, though. Yeah, I'm going to put this S tier. The bombing run is very nice. Then we're on to Soviet industry. Right, so this is an interesting one. KV-8, as we already discussed, amazing. Repair stations, actually an S tier ability, especially in team games. Not maybe in 1v1, but in team games, being able to drop repair stations, and it's the only commander in the game, I think, that can give, for Soviets at least, that can drop down repair stations. And those repair stations will repair all allied units as well. Really nice. Supply truck, pretty mid. Recon overflight, though, good. And then you got later on KV-2. Now, the KV-2 can lock down and lob nice shells over. And it's pretty decent. I wouldn't say it's I'd probably prefer an ISU, honest, over a KV-2. I think most people probably would. But it's okay. It's not great, though, the KV-2, to be honest. It's kind of mid, to be fair. I don't know. I think I'm gonna put this A tier. S for Lady Commander. Maybe I don't know, man. I don't know. I think it's A. Repair station's good and KV8's good, and the recon overflight, but KV2's kind of mid. There's no kind of off-map artillery strike either going for this. The supply drug's pretty crap. I think it's kind of A. Yeah, I'm going to put you in A at the moment. A tier for Soviet industry. Right, Soviet Reserve. Who do we have here? Right, Commissar's good. Conscript assault package mid. Team weapon drop. Is that dropping a Maxim and a Ziz gun? That's okay. It's pretty good. You could drop that for allies again, so good for a teammate ability. Rapid conscription is pretty mid, and the howitzer is pretty mid though. So I'd say this has been very, yeah. Overall, I'd give it maybe C rank Soviet. Is it as good? It does have the cave. It's got the. No, I mean the officer is good, but. No good tank in there either, so I'm gonna drop it down to maybe D. Team weapon drop is good though, so we'll put it into D tier. Right, then we're on to who's this guy? We missed this guy, Soviet Shock. Don't tell me I'm missing another one. Oh my god. Oh god. Soviet Shock. Where's Soviet Shock? How many? Oh, wait. There's 4 left. Have I got it? Shock motor? What have I got? Urban defense, terror tactics, and tank hunter. Alright, we'll do terror tactics first, and we'll figure out where Soviet Shock went. Why not make Soviet Shock? Yeah, there he is. Did I not put him over here? Yeah. Alright. So Soviet Shock then. Have it mislabeled maybe. Soviet Shock. Shock motor. I got shock motor. Where shock? Wasn't there a shock motor tactics one somewhere? Yeah, that one. Maybe, yeah, maybe I had it mislabeled. You're right. I think I got it mislabeled. Damn it. All right, we'll just do this one. So Soviet Shock Army. T-3485, great. 120, great. Shock's great. Armor detection, good. Then you got a nice off-map artillery strike as well to take down. Big artillery in the back. I'd say this is A tier at least. Is it S tier? Pretty good. What do we think, chat? B, S or B? How could you go S or B, A or B? Lacking an anti-tank. I mean, there's no marked target, so the 85s are not going to have the easiest time. Doesn't scale for late game. Yeah, the marked target's not there. I'm going to put this in A tier, I think. Alright, Soviet Shock Army's going there. Alright, then we're on to Tank Hunter Tactics. Right, what do we think of this one? This one's not a very common one used. Conscripts with PTRS package. Okay. Light anti-tank and fortifications fairly mid. Tank Hunter Ambush. All mobile anti-tank crews and other vehicles can gain camouflage themselves to avoid detection. That's kind of nice. B4s. Again, it's a static artillery place, easy to get bombarded. The anti-tank bombing run. That could be pretty damn good if you do a T-34 ram, combine it with the strafe, with the bombing run on top of it. You can maybe take out some decent heavy. But overall, not enough anti-infantry firepower in this. You know, nothing really good too much against infantry here. So that's going to bring it down. It's not kind of an all-round. It's kind of specifically, you're going to pick this if you want to go kill tanks. I mean, it's in the name, Tank Hunters. So I'm probably going to put it down to maybe Something like a B tier. Yeah, B tier, maybe even a C tier. Tank hunters. Not enough anti-infantry. Yeah, let's put it down actually to C tier. Tank hunter. Right, then we have terror tactics. Right? Ooh, this is good. Terror tactics is good. KV-8, hell yeah. Airborne guard troops, pretty damn decent infantry. Fear prop. So you got an area denial to push infantry away. You got the artillery, which is kind of mid, but then you got the bombing strike, which is greatly clear map. So I would probably put this in S tier. Because of that, I'm seeing chat agree. People are also saying S tier. Yeah. Very nice. Yeah, let's pop that up to S tier. Terror tactics is S. And then yeah, we've already got shot motor, so we've only got urban defense left. So urban defense. Okay, what have we got here? I think this is fairly mid, I would say. The forward HQ, that's only useful up until a certain point, until all the ambient buildings get destroyed, then it becomes completely useless. Although you can build a forward HQ, which is okay. They're not terrible. Little anti-tank guns fairly mid. Shock troops are good. Booby trap territory mid. KV2 is mid. Yeah, I would say this is C tier, something like that maybe for this one. Urban defense feels like it's a C tier commander. And I guess there we have it, boys. That's your Soviet tier list. What do you guys think? Do you agree or disagree? I think how many? So we got 6 S tier commanders overall. I think that's pretty good. I think some really good ones in there. Yeah, partisan tactics. I think it deserves to stay in F. To be honest, we need something to go in F tier, and it's probably that. It's just got no real late game potential, really, apart from mark target, but that's really it. Yeah, there we go. Hope you guys agree. And if you missed this video, I'll be popping this later onto YouTube so you guys can make your own assumptions as well and your own kind of feedback if you want. So there we guys go. Hopefully you enjoyed that. Right. So we do have another tier list we can do right now, which is the infantry tier list that's already been provided that someone made earlier. You think Soviet Reserve should go up a tier? Overwatch. I mean, yeah, it's quite low for what it is. Yeah, I don't think it does. Yeah, Soviet Reserve does not bid. Yeah, you're right. Another second look at it. It's got at least 4 good things in there. I don't even think it should be in C tier, man. Why did I put it down in D tier, Soviet Reserve? Thank you very much, Bacon, for the resub. Soviet Reserve. Does it belong that low? Wait, I'm looking at the wrong one. It's not Soviet Reserve. That's Soviet Reserve. Let's look at Terror Tactics. Similar mustache on these guys. No, I think I'm going to leave it in D tier. I'm going to leave it where it was, boys. I think that's fine. His fault for not pausing it. All right. Okay, lads, are we ready to do the next tier list here for you lads today? We'll have another one. Aren't you guys lucky? Double tier list in one day. Okay, so maybe we need to load into a match for this before we start, just so we can get all the units and spawn everything in. Let's choose a nice open map that's sunny, which is steppes. I think that's a pretty good one for this. Oh. Oh, the drink. Right. All AI, all is disabled. Right, so who's first up? We'll go through, was it OKW units first? Right, Fog of War. Okay.
Guards, we are on the way. Squad, forward.
Okay. Start with the Axis.
Territory is in our hands. We are awaiting orders. What do you... Guards, we move. Move orders confirmed.
Why has this got not a... What unit's that? That's a STEM officer, but it's not giving me any
We are awaiting orders.
abilities. Oh, yeah, it is.
Walk, walk. All we do is walk.
Yeah.
Moving.
Okie dokie. These lists are going to be on YouTube for later as well, right?
Relocating. Guards on the move.
Right. Okay, so let's start. First up, we'll go by... Let's just move this around a little bit so it makes sense. Right, so we'll first start off with, guys, with Sturm Pioneers. Now, Sturm Pioneers, in my opinion, are probably the best starting engineer in the game. They are probably the best engineer, period. They have the ability to grab sweepers. Let's actually quickly buy all this territory real quick. Yeah.
Territory secured.
So, hang on. We'll restart this and speed ups, all speed ups, right. Okay, so let's start again, guys. So, hey guys, it's HelpingHans here. We're going to be doing an infantry tier list for Company of Heroes 2. Let's put this in presentation mode. There we go. And to start off with, we're going to go with Sturm Pioneers. So for me, immediately, Sturm Pioneers as infantry, as the kind of, and also like an engineering squad, they are the best engineering squad in the game and very good at combat as well. They are a 4-man squad, so they're kind of susceptible to snipers, but they can equip both the Sweeper and a Shrek. With so the Sweeper package is 30 munitions, the Shrek is 60 munitions. Okay. And they also can put away their Sweeper, so they're back up to full firepower with their STGs. They're very good in close quarters combat. Once that they can get up to Veterancy 5, and when they get Veterancy 1... They get Veterancy 1, they have the ability to lob a concussion grenade, which is very good against infantry. It stuns them for a short amount of time, allowing your guys to do more damage. So, and then as it levels up, it's just stronger, it repairs faster. So training, reduces the cost of concussive grenade as well. Yeah, and reduce the risk of repairing when under fire. So yeah, great unit. And also, don't forget, it can salvage wrecks as well. So we have a destroyed vehicle, we can salvage it and gain some fuel. And if you can also put down a bunch of medical boxes as well. So let's say if you're not going for you get your battle group headquarters for your medical headquarters that way, you can drop down some med kits for I believe 45 munitions, and you can heal that with all your troops. So great utility and a bit of anti-tank capability. Can plant mines, some reinforced steel barbed wire as well. So this barbed wire can't be crushed by light vehicles like the M3s and stuff, which is useful as well. So overall, just an amazing unit. Definitely S tier when it comes to engineers as well, and also for a fighting unit. They are expensive, to be fair, but you know I think they're still S tier regardless. Right then. Next up, we've got Volks Grenadiers. For some reason they look like Osttrooping on the portrait, but they are Volks Grenadiers. Now these guys, they can lay sandbags, which are great. And they can also put down barbed wire. They get also, once they gain get a SWS truck out, they can start lobbing incendiary munitions. So good for clearing out units you don't want in certain areas. They have the Panzerfaust as well, which is good at 25 munitions. They also can salvage vehicles. They scale pretty well. They can upgrade SDGs, which is pretty damn good as well. Let me just throw down some OKW buildings real quick. Bang, bang. Alright. Upgrade that too. Their guys get SDGs. So I think Volks Grenadiers for me are probably some of the best infantry in the game and fairly cheap as well. Yeah, I'd probably put them. And they can get Vet 5 as well. Are they S tier though? They haven't got the utility of Sturms. So I'd probably put them in A tier. I don't think they deserve S tier. Because I think they're A. Yeah, they don't. Because then we have the next thing I would like to talk about is probably the Panzer Fusiliers. Now, the Panzer Fusiliers for me are better than Volks. So if they're better than Volks, they have to be. Volks have to be A tier, and Panzer Fusiliers have to be S tier. Now, Panzer Fusiliers, unfortunately, you need a specific battle group, or rather, commander to call them onto the field, but both battle groups that they have them in are very good. You get a Jagdtiger in one, and then you get a Tiger in another, so you've got some good late game potential either way. Now, Panzer Fusiliers have the ability to upgrade to Panzerschrecks for 100 munitions, or you can upgrade them with the G43 package for 80 munitions, and they also get up to 6 men. So you've got a way to either tech them to be anti-tank or anti-infantry. I'll probably just build 2 here, real quick. Get a second one out. The Panzer Fusilier. Right, one with Shreks, one with a G43. So you can see here, G43 opens up another slot, so you can go up to 6 men. They, with G43s, they get the ability to drop a flare as well, Vet 1, which is really good for vision. They have the anti-tank grenade. Shrek guys lose their ability to lob the anti-tank grenade, but I think they still retain the ability to lob a flare. I'm not sure if that's right for this mod. They have the ability to sprint potentially as well, which is quite nice, but they need rank 5 for that. And generally, when these guys get up to rank 5 and stuff, they become absolute killing machines, and they're very durable. Good survivability because they're 5 and 6 man squad. So, absolutely amazing for those guys. Then we're on to the Obers, the Obersoldaten. Upgrade an LMG for 80 munitions. They can fire this LMG on the move, which is absolutely awesome. They can also lob a bundle grenade for 35 munitions. However, they have no anti-tank capability. And they are a 4-man squad, which makes them susceptible to being wiped quite easily, and snipers are a good fight versus them. They do have suppressing fire and the ability to lob a kind of a smoke grenade, but I would probably put them A tier. Even though they are, when they scale up, they are some of the best infantry in the game, but they, because they've got no anti-tank capability, they're an A tier, and low survivability being a 4-man squad. Then move on to some of the other elite infantry squads. So we've got the officer here. You can equip. He comes with a pistol, but you can grab him some extra weapons. It does have the ability to target them. You can do forced retreat on a unit, which is pretty handy, and he's got smoke grenades, so some nice utility. But as a combat unit itself, it's not that great. So for me, I'm probably going to pop in maybe, probably somewhere in like a B tier. It's got no really anti-tank capability, but he's got like some decent utility there. So yeah, something like a B tier, maybe even a C tier for the officer. Also wondering it. It's total force multiplier. I mean, yeah, with the marked target, you can pretty whittle down units, and that force retreat is very handy. Not many units have the ability to drop force retreat on somebody. So if you've got an annoying machine gun in the way, drop that on it. You're laughing. Right, then we have the Jaegers. They can upgrade the G43s. one G43, so makes it pretty good at sniping units. Good mid to long range unit here. Can booby trap points, has ability to sprint, can salvage, can pop heals for 10 munitions. However, that being said, they have no anti-tank capability, and they're also only a 4-man squad. Again, that leaves them a bit vulnerable. I believe they do cloak, so you can get some good ambush going in and makes them, you know, one of the few units that you might want to use to counter a sniper in if you're playing OQW against Soviets or British. But overall, I'd probably still would put this maybe probably a B tier for the Jaegers, to be honest. B tier for Jaegers. Fallschirm Jaegers. They lost their ability to Panzerfaust, unfortunately, so that drops them in how good they are. They have got a bundle grenade and a smoke grenade, but apart from that, not much else. I think they can also camouflage as well when they're in. Let's just go over here real quick. They are a very good anti-infantry squad. Yep, they can camouflage and cover as well, which is good for ambushing, but no AT capability. They're probably on par for me with Jaegers, so I'll probably put them in the same tier, to be honest, and B tier for them. Yeah, and also, again, 4-man squad, so low survivability, easy to get sniped or killed and wiped and stuff, so that's what I'm thinking. I think they're a B tier. Right, then we're on to Austere. Right, Austere. Let's start off with their engineers squad. So their engineers, not actually that expensive, but not great fighting units. They do have the ability to get a flamethrower, but they can't choose between both a flamethrower and a minesweeper, so once you pick one, you lock out the other. They also can't put their sweeper away. They can build caches, and they can put down telemines as well as little S-mines. The S-mines are very good, and telemines are very good. But overall, as a combat unit, not that great. I'd probably put them down on a B tier or something like that. Their special command, they get the ability to lob a satchel charge. That is a good point. So that, you know, makes them a little bit better because of that. But they're not the best combat fighting unit. Yeah, I think they're probably C tier, to be honest. Pioneers, they're not that good, to be honest. Right, then we go on to the standard 4-men Grens. Upgrade the MG42. Once again, 4-man squad, so not good survivability, but they have the absolutely amazing rifle grenade shot, which is great to wipe squads, and you can aim it on retreat point as a skill shot to wipe units as well, which I like. Got a little bit of AT capability with the Panzerfaust. Can pop heals as well. Not really much utility in the form of building. They can only build a bunker, and that's it. But I think they're a very good unit in terms of like your core frontline infantry. So and they scale pretty well as well. So I probably will pop these guys in. Oh, they as good as Sturms and as no, I'll probably put them in A tier. Probably, yeah. I think they're about A tier, I would say. You know, not as good as Panzerfuses, not as good as Sturms. I think they go in A tier. Right.
Relocating.
Next up, we'll talk about Assault Grenadiers. Now, Assault Grenadiers, kind of situational. They are good in close quarters combat, can lob a load of grenades, but they get outclassed later on by shocks and other elite infantry. They have a sprint, but that's pretty much all that's going for them. They got no anti-tank capability, pretty rubbish. Askrens are ass. Do they belong? They're E or F tier. Let's put them in E tier for the moment. See if anything's worse than that.
Guards on the move.
Then let's talk about the sniper.
Guards remove. Moving out.
Let's just delete these guys real quick over here. Delete.
What do you need?
Right, Austere Sniper.
Relocate.
How does this compare? Very good sniper. It's got the ability to do a incendiary round shot, which is very nice against, you know, clumped up infantry, can stun a lot of units and things like that. As snipers go, it's pretty good. Is it better than the British sniper, though? I think I'd probably prefer the British sniper because the British sniper's got some kind of AT capability there. But it's pretty good. I'd probably pop it in A tier. Generally, though, like, the Austere sniper is up, you know, if you fight against conscripts, he's not going to do, you know, he's not going to bleed as much as like what the Soviet would do against, you know, against Axis instead. So, not that good in that regard, but we'll leave him in A tier for the moment. I do like the sniper in general.
Orders acknowledged.
Now, the artillery field officer, aspiring aura, British frontline officer can direct and motivate nearby soldiers and vehicle crews to fight harder, and diversion. And the officer will command his unit to withdraw fire and create a diversion. And it has a heavy mortar barrage of Vet 1. It's pretty mid, not great. Probably E's, no real AT capability. So we'll probably pop this artillery field officer again E tier, similar to the assault grenadiers. Right, Ostrupen. Ostrupen can also make trenches, I believe. For some reason, it's not showing it on this thing, but they can. They're not a really good fighting combat unit, but they're very cheap to reinforce, and they do better on cover as well. Let me just... Come on. So you put them on cover. They'll benefit from ambush. The streamers are more accurate when firing from cover, so they do better there. They've also, when they level up, when they escalate to battle phase 2, they can get LMG. I actually think Ostrupen are very good. I used to use them a lot, and it's not the end of the world if you lose them, because they're a cheap squad to replace. Though it is, I guess, hard to vet them up once you lose them. They have the ability to Panzerfaust as well, can heal, good survivability, 6-man squad. And cheat, like I said, and they're very quick to reinforce as well. A lot of people don't really count that into consideration. So I think for me, Ostrupen, S tier. Love Ostrupen. I mean, I made the Ostrupen strat, so I can't say no to Ostrupen being an S tier. Right, Jaeger Command Squad, you can only make one of these, so that's not great. But as an infantry squad on its own, it's pretty good. They get G43s. They can do the rifle grenade, they did the Panzerfaust, they can lob a smoke grenade, and they can lob a flare. So overall, great utility. I'd probably put them in S tier for that one unit. And then we've got Panzer Grenadiers. Now, Panzer Grenadiers, 4-man squad, again, low survivability. You can keep them in as a 4-man SCG squad, or for 100 munitions, upgrade for 2 Panzer Shreks. Has a bundle grenade. Some of the command abilities give them the ability to repair as well. Increase speed and reduce receipt accuracy when near vehicles as well with the Vet 1. Pretty decent, but yeah, I think I'd give them Panzer Grenadiers probably something like A tier as an infantry goes. They've got the utility upgrade with Shreks, but again, low survivability. Then we have Stormtroopers. Now, Stormtroopers, you can insert them in behind lines in like little cabins or buildings in different locations. They can camouflage. They could go for MP40 package and also upgrade a single Shrek as well. The MP40 package is free, but you can't spawn them in and instantly have MP40s to mow people down. You have to wait for that to tech. They have got vehicle detection, lob an incendiary grenade, smoke grenade, booby trap. I don't think they're as good at Panzer Grenadiers and CQC, though. Tactical advance. If you give them... Yeah, I think you might... Can you give... I don't know, what do we think? A tier or S tier for these guys? I really find it hard to justify putting any squad into S tier when they only have 4 men. So I'm going to put you guys into A tier as Stormtroopers. They're quite expensive. Remember that, you've got to remember that as well. So I'll probably put them into A tier, I'm afraid, guys. You know, most of these units, that we're putting into A tier, because it's mostly 4-man squads, and again, the survivability on 4-man squads isn't great. The Sturms are up there because they're just the best, repairing unit, CQC unit right at the start of the game, so they deserve that spot. But the others, I don't think so. Right, and then we have the Luftwaffe Field Officer. Has a smoke bomb run. He does Inspiring Aura and Diversion. He can also do a Recon Pass. And Vet 1, he gets a Suppression run. That's pretty good utility. No AT capability, though. Not bad for an officer unit, though. I'd probably pop them in B tier. Yeah, probably pop you in B tier as an officer goes. Pretty decent, not terrible. All right, that's them done. That's Oster all sorted for you guys. Right, then we're on to Soviets. Let's see what we got. Soviets got lots of units. Right, combat, conscripts, penals, scouters, guards, guards infantry, guards airborne, shocks, Partisans of different varieties. Commissar. Right. So let's start with your combat engineers.
Destination confirmed.
Right, combat engineers, how do they do? They're 170 manpower, very cheap for an engineer squad. So if you lose them, fairly cheap to replace. Same thing as pioneers. They get the flamethrower or the sweeper. They can put down caches. They can put down mines and razor wire. They've only got the one type of mine compared to the normal pioneers from Austere that have the ability to put down tellers and shoe mines. However, combat engineers can put down demolition charges as well as trip mines. And they are very prevalent when you put them in a clown car, an M3 clown car with the flamethrower early game, which is very good. And you can't do that with Austere unless you get a the 251 half that can do the same thing. But you don't really see that happen too much. You definitely see the clown car M3 Soviet variety a lot more, and it's very strong, especially against like OKW early game. So I will put the I'll actually rate these guys better than normal pioneers. I'll probably put them in B tier because of those reasons I've stated. Right. Then we've got conscripts. Now conscripts cheap. 240. They have the ability to merge, which is sick. That's a really sick ability to be able to keep other squads on the front that might be more, more valuable than them. Keep the machine gun in play, keep a Ziz gun in play if it's getting low. Really, really nice to have that. They have Ura, which is a cheap 50-minute ability to sprint basically across to get to close distance. Maybe if you want to chase down a machine gun or get behind a machine gun before it has time to set up, which is a great ability. Area deny with Molotov and an anti-tank grenade. They can put down sandbags as well. And that sandbag will encompass the whole squad as well, which is very good. So the whole squad can stack up behind that. So I think conscripts, yeah, very good. You know, they've got, and then there's other commanders which give them other abilities. They can have PPSHs, anti-tank rifles, things like that as well. So there's other commanders that can buff them up as well. So conscripts for me, I think are they S tier? I think conscripts are S tier for their utility and how cheap they are and their utility. So I put conscripts up there at S tier. Penals. Right, 2 penal squads, boys. Right, so you can go 2 ways. You can leave your penals as they are, and they could be just a general good anti-infantry squad, lobbing normal satchels. But you can also upgrade them with PTRS package, so they get 3 PTRS weapons, which are good against light vehicles. They also gain access to a anti-vehicle satchel charge, which will cripple pretty much every heavy tank. If it gets hit by that, will receive a damaged engine. So you want to be very careful around these guys, which is very nice. They also have the ability when they get one to the last man. So the more dudes that die on the squad, they fight harder. I think penals are pretty damn good as well overall. I don't think they're that expensive as unit. 290, a little bit more expensive than conscripts, but yeah, I think they're pretty good. Yeah, both satchels are very good. Yeah, satchels are good at clearing, clearing other targets and stuff. So pretty damn good, pretty durable. Scale pretty well as well. Penals, 6-man squad as well. Good survivability. I think penals are S tier as well, to be honest. Yeah, we'll put penals up there. Right, Soviet sniper. Very good. Good, it's generally going to be fighting up against a lot of like 4-man squads and things like that from OKW, maybe Austere, so it's just generally good because of that. So I probably would rate it higher than the Austere purely just based on that merit. It also does have a flare, which I probably would value more than the incendiary round because I like vision. Vision is everything. Good, you can drop this to get, for your teammates for vision, drop artillery kind of thing, all that kind of stuff. So I would definitely put the sniper up probably an A tier for the. Well, we've already got the Austere sniper there. Is it the best sniper in the game? Ooh, I don't know. The flare is very nice. Do I drop the sniper? Yeah, I'm gonna drop the Austere sniper actually down to B tier. And leave, because I think the Soviet sniper is better than the Austere sniper overall because of that. So we'll leave it like that.
If that is what you want.
Right, then we've got guards. Okay, we're on to guards now. Now guards, they start off with PTRS package, so they already got some light AT capability. Giving them the 2 DPs that makes them also then very good against infantry. So they're kind of like multi-purpose. They can lob a normal grenade to fight infantry as well, and they have the ability to button a vehicle, which like stops it from moving, slows it down. Great for ambushing, things like that. When they get firing positions, guards can take up defense positions and go to ground to increase their fire rate as well. Guards, for me, S tier. The best infantry in the game. Right, then we've got Commissar. Commissar, great utility. Lobs a grenade. Hold the line. I'm pretty sure when he levels up, he gets another man. At 1. Yeah, he gets 6 men when he levels up as well. Has the healing as well, so you can have the on-map healing, hold the line, as well as not one step back, some extra buffs for your troops, and a propaganda to force enemy units back. So for me, best officer in the game, Commissar, is up there at S tier as a unit.
Squad, move out, men.
Right, then we have assault guards. What do we think of assault guards, ladies and gentlemen? We have... So assault guards, they can go over to Thompsons, or they can get the bazookas. They have the ability to lob a bunch of grenades, which is quite nice. 6 grenades. That's a good opportunity to maybe wipe a blob or a machine gun or whatever have you. And when they get the bazooka, are more effective when used by elite infantry. So they're better with those bazookas. They've only got 2 though. Does the Thompsons give them anything else? Remind myself. What am I looking at here? I'm looking at... That's a different squad. Guard squad, there we go, these ones. No, they just get Thompsons and make them good at close quarters combat. So, are they better than normal guards though? They haven't really got... they haven't got the button, so that's not good. How much they cost compared to... I can't remember how much they cost compared to normal guards, but I think it's similar. I think I'm going to put them in A tier because they haven't got the button. So yeah, they go into A tier. Oh, that's the wrong one. Right, then the paratrooper variant. They can get DPs or get PPSHs. DPs, they get the ability to lob grenade. And then with the PPSHs, they get the ability to lob smoke grenade as well as fire superiority as well. But no anti-tank capability, so that kind of makes them worse. They do have a Vet 1 Sturmovik strafing run, which is pretty good to have. But, yeah, no AT capability really, so that's going to drop them down to probably B tier in my eyes. Alright, see you later, lads. Right, shocks. Now, shocks, unlike these guys, shocks are much harder to hit. A lot more durable. They haven't got any anti-tank capability, but they all come with these kind of PPSH submachine guns. So they're probably one of the best CQC units in the game, and because of that, we'll put them in S tier. Like I said, they don't have any AT capability, but because they're one of the best CQC squads in the game, we give them that rating.
What is it? Let's go, comrades.
Then we have the Ship Brigade, Partisans.
You have orders?
So you can get Parsons. So normal Parsons you can upgrade with a Shrek maybe, or they can come with like some like upgrades and weapons and stuff. Overall though, they're pretty crap. They don't really survive very well. Pretty squishy. Low unit count as well. So Partisans, just in general, will probably pop them down to D tier. Then they're probably better than the Assault Grens and stuff because they have the infiltration and they have the ability to, you know, have some AT capability or anti-infantry capability, but they're not that great.
You have orders?
Right. Next up, Americans. Oh my god, there's a lot of American units here. Right, rifleman, lieutenant, captain, major, paratroopers, pathfinders, R&R pathfinders, rangers, assault engineers, medics, vehicle crew, paratroopers, and cavalry riflemen. I forgot about cavalry riflemen. Fuck me, so many units here. Right, rear echelons. Now, these guys are pretty damn good. You can also give them like a rifle grenade at some point, or isn't there like ability to give them flamethrowers or something? I can't remember now, but they've got some like commander abilities to buff them up as well, which is pretty good. They can lob down razor wire, anti-tank traps, put down a fighting position, put these little cheap anti-tank vehicle mines, which are kind of nice. They also have volley fire, which is pretty damn nice if you utilize that correctly. And because when you play with Americans in general, right, you can just give them extra weapons down the line anyway, as with any kind of American unit. So that kind of gives them better utility overall. So with all of that and the volley fire as well, and also they get the smoke grenade package, which is great for assaulting positions. I think rear echelons are pretty damn good as engineers go. So let's pop them up to at least A tier because of that. I think they're better than the normal Soviet engineers because of their extra utility and the fact that they can get extra weapons and stuff as well. Right, riflemen. Your bog standard riflemen, they have frags, they have AT rifle grenades, and again, you can spec them with the weapon upgrades in the base to be harder hitting with either anti-infantry or anti-tank if you want to. They're pretty good, but do they scale that well as infantry goes? I think they're probably... There's normal riflemen. I would probably put them in something like B or A tier. It's strong B or low A tier. I agree with you guys there. I think it's going to be, for me, put them in A tier because of the different weapons they can pick up and stuff as well. So I give them an A, put them in A tier for the moment. Right, lieutenant. I mean, when you tech up as Americans, you automatically either have to pick a lieutenant or a captain, regardless. So they're kind of like almost a free unit when you upgrade, which is kind of a buff for Americans, which is pretty good. These guys can get a bazooka for, what was it, 50 munitions. They can lob a frag grenade and a smoke grenade, and then you can also give them another bazooka, whatever, if you want. It does come with a Thompson, so a little bit of CQC extra damage there, but not that great as a unit. No anti-tank snare. So lieutenant for me, it's probably like a B tier unit. See you later. Now captain upgrades to a bar, so a bit more anti-tank capability there, anti-infantry capability. Also another CQC unit there with the Thompson, so kind of better, kind of already kind of focused into anti-infantry. They can do a supervise to speed up the production time of a unit, which is quite handy. Smoke grenade again, and they can do on me, which is a very nice ability, so which you can then, when any unit is suppressed, they can then activate that to remove suppression. So better utility than the lieutenant. So for me, the captain is better, therefore goes in A tier. Right, major. Now major, not really a fighting unit, but not a lot of nice utility. Has the forward retreat point, which is good. Little rapid barrage, smoke grenade as well, or a recon overpass. That's good. So you've got a non-doctrinal, non-commander for a recon, which is really good, and you know, you great in team games as well. And he has the fake flares as well, fake rapid fire. So as an officer in utility, it's pretty damn good. Major, probably A tier because of all those things. It's not really a combat unit, so I can't give it justification in S tier, but we'll put it in A tier because of all of its great utility. Right, then we have paratroopers. Now, paratroopers, Thompsons, bazookas, or LMGs, so a lot of nice choice here. They're quite an expensive unit. Let me remind myself with Americans, if we buy all of these guys... Hang on. Parachutes, paratroopers. Bang, bang. Right. So Thompsons, they get the ability for a tactical assault, which is nice. Good CQC. Bazookas, they are elite squad, so they do more damage to them. M19s, they have suppression fire. So they've got, you know, not so the the paratrooper squad, you can spec them any kind of way, so that's kind of great utility there. But once they're locked into that, they're kind of set with that role. But you can get multiple of them to choose whatever way you want to go. They're a pretty good unit, scale pretty well later on in the game. Are they S tier? What do we think? S tier for paras? Yeah, a lot of people saying S tier. I kind of agree with you guys there. So yeah, we'll put paratroopers in S tier. Why is there 2 type of paratroopers on this thing? I don't know why. One can put a mine. Pop you guys up here. Paratroopers can't normally put mines down, so... Right. Let's get rid of these guys. Next up, Pathfinders. We've got 2 type of Pathfinders. Let's go through both of them right now. What are the 2 types of paratroopers then? Hang on. 2 types of paratroopers? Only 1 type by the looks of it. 2 types of Pathfinders though. So Pathfinders, right? Pathfinders. I think I'm gonna have to put these guys near around about S tier. I don't think I've got the access to all their abilities, but if someone in chat can maybe just talk to me about some of their abilities. I think the R&R Pathfinders I think have like an off-map barrage, if I remember right. They're just very good at sniping units down. They scale well. You could put like M19s and bars on them later on as well. There are 4-man squads that are kind of squishy, but they are very good and quite cheap. Normal Pathfinders do snipe models. RR Pathfinders do not, but have artillery. I think both of them are pretty good. Like the artillery ones. But I think I'd probably prefer the standard ones more than the R&R ones, because these ones just perform better in combat, I think. So... we'll probably put these guys S tier, and these ones in A tier. There we go. Then we're on to Rangers. Now, Rangers, you can give them bazookas, or you could just give them Thompsons. How many bazookas? Now, I know in CoH2, but paratroopers, ranger squads can equip as many bazookas as they bloody want. Slot items, bazooka. How many bazookas can you guys get? Is it 3 or is it just 2? They have 3 weapon slots for bazookas, which is more than most units get in CoH2. So, and then is it all of them? So 4 Thompsons or 3 bazookas you could go for. So Rangers, again, very durable, scale very well late game. You know, good. I think they can fire their bazookas on the move as well, if I can remember right, which is pretty damn strong. I think, yeah, Rangers are very good. I think I'm going to pop them up in S tier for that. They can, yeah, durable, similar to like something like Shocks. So I think Rangers for me are S tier as well. Right, anyone else? Yeah, okay.
Let's get going, comrades.
Right, we'll talk about the Assault Engineers.
Yes, comrade.
So Assault Engineers come early in the game. You can equip them with a flamethrower. Durable. They can lob demolition charge. The ability to do a critical repair, which is nice on units. They can put down normal mines as well. Pretty decent CQC unit, but not really too much anti-tank capability. Overall, I think Assault Engineers... probably something like a B tier for me. I would say you also need a commander for them as well, so that's not good. Probably put them in B tier. Then we have Medics.
We'll get there.
Medics, they're not a good combat unit. But they do heal troops. But you can't just... I don't think as Americans you could just make medics, right? They have to come in an ambulance. So, yeah, they're not even on this list. So, but we'll just ignore them. They'd probably be F tier, though. So see you later, lads.
Engineers on the way.
Then we've got vehicle crews. So vehicle crews, you can like give them Thompsons with a Spartan commander, I remember. And generally, they're not really a fight as an infantry squad. But for Americans and their mechanics, better jump them out, do the emergency quick repair to get your vehicles going again, and they can then transfer them from vehicle crews, so you can get you could instantly vet up maybe a Sherman to Veteran C3 potentially if you put the right crew in it. you know, with a fresh one. You know, keeping vehicle crews alive for Americans is huge. I think vehicle crews probably should be listed. I think I'm going to put them in A tier. They're not a combat unit, but they've got great utility. And then we got cavalry riflemen.
Yes, brother. Partisans.
Is the last one. Cavalry riflemen. They can upgrade with Thompsons. They also come with Sten guns, so they're already kind of very good in CQC. They have an anti-tank vehicle charge and a can lob a smoke grenade, and they have fire superiority as well. Pretty decent. So good against infantry and some AT capability there. So, and I think you can probably put them in the back of like the M5 half track and stuff and rolling them around. How do they compare to everybody else? I think I'll give them A tier cavalry riflemen. All right, that's Americans done. Right, one more faction to go for, boys. We've done everybody apart from Brits. Right. Mandos. Raid section, there we go. Right. Best for last. Sections, S tier, immediately. Normal sections are immediately for me S tier. They are so good. They can get up to 5 men. They can constantly pop healing, so they've got great durability in a fight. You can normally make a couple of them, and one have the pyrotechnic squad to drop artillery as well as smoke. They have a normal frag. They can put down cover and put down caches on. Sections are just such a good squad. Like, honestly, because they have that kind of odd map healing, it makes them so much better for me than other, normal riflemen or conscripts. Even, I mean, yeah, I would prefer sections over conscripts, even if they don't naturally have AT capability. I just think they're so good because of all of those things. You know, they're just so good. That kind of on-map healing is just, so you can't knock that. Then you've got Royal Engineers, and Royal Engineers, Sten guns, okay. Not great combat unit. I guess they can get a flamethrower if you give them a certain commander. Put down mines, barbed wire. They can also put down some handy emplacements and stuff as well, which are pretty useful. So that's some good utility there. They do have the ability to lob anti-tank grenades. So a little bit of AT capability compared to other engineers. So I actually give them, I probably rate them high. They probably should at least be A tier, I think. Normal sappers. They're better than pioneers, better than combat engineers, because they got the AT capability as well. Right. Anti-tank hunters. Well, I can't remember the last time I made these guys, but they're a dedicated anti-tank unit. They have got a little bit of anti-infantry capability with the Mills bomb. They can lob a heat grenade, and you can upgrade the Piets with 70 munitions. So upgrade from anti-tank rifles to Piets, which are a lot better at killing armor. So nice, and they got vehicle detection. Pretty decent, but not the best anti-infantry capability. So I'd probably put them into, and you also need a commander for them. So for me, they probably B tier for them. Maybe A tier? I don't know. The fact that you can upgrade them from tank rifles to stronger weapons later on is pretty damn good. And they can also still build cover for themselves. And caches. Pretty decent. Maybe. We'll leave them in B tier for the moment. Maybe look at them later on. Assault guys, right, they come with Sten guns. These guys can be put into a universal carrier right at the start of the game, and you can get right up into your opponent's grill. Do a lot of nice close quarters combat, but they don't scale into the late game, sadly. Because of that, they are not that good. So I'd probably put them down to something like C tier for assault sections. Why don't they scale? Because they're purely anti-infantry. They don't have good armor. They'll get chewed up later on in the game by more elite squads. So for me, yeah, not that good. Personally. They won't really scale that well. So yeah, I'm going to put them down in C tier. Then we've got the Royal Engineer Recovery Squad. Now this unit, getting this, you can salvage. So you can get some, was it, you get munitions? And fuel with salvage, I think. I can't remember if is it both. Let's have a quick look in here. Soviet tanks. So we'll salvage this. So we get fuel and a bit of munition. So you get a bit of both, which is pretty good. So that's nice. So, and they can get flamethrower. You can give them a flamethrower as well, or you give them the sweeper. Same thing. They're better than the normal engineers, so I've got to probably rate them higher. And with the salvage, are they S tier though? I'll probably put them on the same level. They are a bit better than normal engineers, but not by much. I'll put them on that. And they also, you do need a commander for them as well, so that kind of puts them down a bit.
We are on the way.
Okay, the British sniper. Drop a flare, and it can stun and critically shot vehicles. Very good because of that. So probably, for me, I would say it's the best sniper in the game. I'm going to give it S tier. It's great at picking away squads. And a little bit of utility against vehicles as well. It's the best sniper for me. British sniper.
March. Get moving.
Right, commandos. Amazing CQC squad. Can camouflage, can put down. The gamma bomb is lethal. Very high chance to wipe squads. That demo charge is nice. They can lob a smoke grenade as well. Elite commanders are better to equip their Bren guns. So if they can put Bren guns on them, they'll do better as well. And for me, commandos are S tier for sure. They're just so good. If you get them in the right place on any unit, they will shred them. Doesn't matter what unit it is. If they're one-on-one with anything, they will kill it. Even if it's like vetted up Panzer Fusiliers. If they get the jump on them, they'll win. So they're very good. You've also got the infiltration commandos. They're not on this list here for some reason, but infiltration commandos for me, they don't get as many units, but they can jump it on into certain areas. I think, are they a 4-man squad, Max? I think they're a 4-man squad in total. They come in as a 3-man. They don't perform as well as normal commandos.
Listen up, men.
Can they get fully reinforced now? They can go up to 5. Okay, so they're pretty much the same thing. They're pretty much the same. But I would probably maybe rate the infiltration commanders better because you can then spawn them in right behind maybe on an enemy unit's retreating and wipe them. So I might even rate infiltration commanders a bit better than normal commanders because of that infiltration feature. Okay? But that's the only thing that I'd probably make, say different. But they are pretty good because of that. Right, then we're on to the raid section. I can't remember the last time I made a raid section. And these guys you can call in straight away. I love the fact that they've got these little camouflage hats on. You can give them 2 Vickers K machine guns. Someone told me last that the Vickers K machine gun was bugged on infantry, so they don't properly fire. But when they're working, it makes them very good. Quite expensive though. 120 munitions for that. They got incendiary grenade. They can do a sprint, and they can lay down mines. It's a little bit of AT capability, but if they get dived on by a vehicle, they're in trouble. But raid sections are pretty decent. Probably pop them in A tier. Not as good as normal sections, in my opinion, because they haven't got the healing, but they are still pretty good. And they're just the bog standard mortar team. We're not talking about mortars because that's not an infantry section specifically, so we'll ignore that. Then we've got the medics. Now the medics, again, not great infantry squad, but fairly cheap. You can drop them out to heal. So if you haven't got the on-map healing from your infantry sections, then these guys are your next best bet. But for me. Like you should, if you're a good player, you should always have at least 2 sections with the medical supplies. So if you feel like you're forced to go for a British medical squad, you're not good enough, and you're playing badly, in my opinion. So for me, medics are a waste of money and resources. F tier. Right, and then we have your assault officer squad, which you can buy from your buildings. It's not a commander unit. Can upgrade with the Vickers, which is pretty good. It's a very good CQC unit. Has the ability to lob like gamma bomb, which is very nice. It could do a heroic charge. So if you combine that with another squad that doesn't normally have sprint, you go bang, give them heroic charge. So you can then sprint in another lethal squad to get in close to do damage. So nice utility there with that. Smoke again to blind something you want to blind. Drop an artillery barrage and Vet 1 gets a recon sweep. That's so much good utility there from one unit. And I believe it goes up to 5-man squad. Yeah, it goes up to a 5-man squad, so more survivability later on in the game as well. So for me, S tier for that unit. And there we have it. There we go, guys. That is my infantry tier list for Company Heroes 2. What do you think? Do you think it is a good tier list? Do you agree? Do you disagree? I saw someone say, why is Ostroupen up there on S tier? Ostroupen, cheap. Scale well. Reinforce incredibly quickly. They're one of the squads, out of all the squads in the game, they reinforce stupidly quickly. Great utility with building, and they also can Panzerfaust. And they also get the LMGs as well later on. So very nice. So there we go. I disagree on Artillery Officer. Grenadiers become Obers with his boosts. Yeah, maybe, but he's only on like one or two commanders, and those commanders aren't the best commanders in the game, to be honest. So yeah, there's a lot of S tier units, man. There is. There's a lot of absolute dominating units in the game. Obers are here. They're A tier. Now, some of these units, like Obers, Panzer Grenadiers, would maybe rank higher if they had more men in the squad. But a lot of these units, like these 3 units here, or these 4 units here, are only 4-man squad. Very susceptible to snipers. Very easy to get wiped by artillery and get shit killed and retreat. If they lose 1 man, that's 25% of their firepower gone. You got to realise that. So, for the most part, potentially. I mean, unless, you know, for these guys at least. But I guess these guys will have an LMG, and that's where they get most of their firepower from. Bolshevik, yeah, they haven't got Panzerfaust anymore. Make a tank tier list for Company Heroes. I guess we could do a tank tier list as well if you guys want for Company Heroes 2 at some point. We'd need to get all the unit cards and get them off, but there we go. Shock troops are here. Do it for everything. Yeah, I might. We did just do a before this, guys. We just did a tier list. Oh, that's the wrong one. That's the right one. We just did a tier list for the Soviets. So if you missed that, you can watch my thoughts on the tier list for Soviet commanders. So I'll re-upload that on YouTube, so you can go check out my thoughts on that. But this is my infantry tier list. So we've done 2 tier lists today, and we'll do more in the future. I want to try and get the all these tier lists done for all factions because you guys like it. And on YouTube, it's evergreen content as well. People like to see that kind of stuff as well. So yeah, there we go. All right. So lads, it is 11 o'clock at night right now, and I have not had my dinner. So we have been streaming for almost 3 hours. Probably going to take a break, have some food, and then I'll be back maybe playing some more Total Warhammer 3 Ogres tonight. Also, sniper the fastest rate of fire. Yeah, but it's utility. You got to be thinking about the utility. The Soviet sniper has a flare, which is good for vision, and the British sniper has like a snare against vehicles. So there you go. Mechanicus demo just dropped. Yo, Mechanicus. Is that it? Hang on, where is it? How do you spell it? Mechanicus. Where is it? Where is it? Is that it? There's a demo! Might be fun to play. How big is the demo? Probably going to be like 1 mission or something very quick. Play this instead of Ogres tonight? Maybe. We'll see. How big is the demo? Dude, I got no space on my C drive. I need to uninstall some stuff. Oh my god. What game is that we just looked at? It was Mechanicus 2. Alright, let me take this hat off. God damn. Oh, this uniform. Quite restricting this. It feels like, you know, we have the collar so high up, it feels like you're being choked. But thank you so much for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed tonight's stream. We had a couple of games of Co, and then we did a couple of tier lists for you guys. And yeah, I'm going to take a break now, have some food, and then I'll be back later tonight with maybe in an hour's time with maybe that Mechanicus demo. We'll see. I will need to see if I need to make some more space on my C drive though. Right, what do I do? I've got no space anywhere. That's already on E drive. I need to uninstall some things, man. What if I move Hades? Hades doesn't seem like it's a that intensive game. We'll move Hades over to my E drive. I might make some space for it. Yeah, I mean, I have enough space on other drives. It's just my C drive runs a lot faster than other things. Finish Celestial Empire. Yeah, I got to finish Celestial Empire, so I can understand. You're right. Been meaning to do that as well. But yeah, anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed tonight's stream. If you did enjoy the content, please do consider following the channel, maybe subscribing as well. I will be back in about an hour after I had some food. And yeah, I'll see you guys then. Take care. And if you missed any of the tier lists, I did 2 of them today for Company Heroes 2. I'll be popping them up on separate in separate videos later on in the next week or so. Okay, guys, see you in a bit. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.